Hello and good day. Welcome to the School of RHK. The tutorial has been designed for O-level students. The subject we will discuss is physics. This tutorial is a part of physics course. Section 1 is general physics. Here we will discuss the Earth's rotation. The Earth, the only home we have. The solar system we belong to is not simply a collection of stationary planets, moons, and other bodies around the sun. Each planet rotates or spins on its axis. The Earth to revolve once on its axis. When viewed above the North Pole, the Earth rotates counterclockwise from west to east. This is also called a prograde rotation. Because of this direction of rotation, we see the sun rising every day in the east and setting in the west. If a planet spins in a clockwise direction, it is said to have a retrograde rotation. Venus is an example of a planet with a retrograde rotation. The rotation of the Earth on its axis causes day and night. As the Earth rotates, only one half of the Earth faces the sun at any given time. The half facing the sun is light, we call it day, and the half facing away from the sun is dark, we called it night. The Earth rotates on its axis once every 23 hours and 56 minutes. So does that mean that all the places on Earth experience 12 hours of light and 12 hours of dark each day? That is not true. During certain times of the year, we have more hours of daylight than at other times. Why is this? The answer is that the Earth's axis is not at a right angle with the sun. On an average, Earth is tilted slightly at an angle of 23.5 degrees from perpendicular relative to the ecliptic plane. It is to be noted that there is a change in degree in the tilted position known as the obliquity of the ecliptic. The change of this tilted position is within 22.1 degree to 24.5 degree in every 41,000 year cycles. Because of the tilt of Earth's axis, the amount of daylight varies throughout the year in different places on Earth. The least amount of variation occurs at the equator, while the most amount of variation occurs at the poles. Because of this wide variation, it is never completely dark at the poles in the summer, nor completely light in the winter. In addition to rotating on its axis, the Earth also travels around the Sun in a path called an orbit. Before we discuss how the seasons are caused, we need to discuss about the Earth's orbit. The motion around the Sun along its orbit is called a revolution. The amount of time it takes for a single trip around the Sun is called a period of revolution. The period for the Earth to revolve around the Sun is 365.24 days or 1 year. The 0.24 day is why every 4 years February has 29 days. Earth's orbit is not a perfect circle. Instead, Earth's orbit is slightly elliptical in shape. Now, coming to the cause of season change, there is a common misconception many people have is that the seasons are caused by the distance of the earth from the sun. This is not true because Earth's orbit around the sun is slightly elliptical. Rather, it can be a surprise to many people that the Earth is actually slightly closer to the sun in the winter than it is in the summer. As we discussed earlier, that Earth's axis was tilted about 23.5 degrees. It is the tilt of the Earth's axis that causes the seasons. In this picture, we can see Earth's revolution during different time of the year, which also shows how the season changes irrespective of distance between Earth and Sun, rather due to tilted position of the Earth. The tilted position of Earth and its effect on season changes can be easy to understand by an example. We can see it better if we draw an imaginary line called equator. The equator runs horizontally around the center of the Earth, dividing Earth into two hemispheres. The area above the equator is referred to as the northern hemisphere, while the area below the equator is called the southern hemisphere. In this example, if we take Texas in USA to be our place of reference, it is in the northern hemisphere. When the northern hemisphere is tilted toward the sun and receives more solar energy, it is summer in northern hemisphere, and Texas has warmer temperatures and longer days. However, the southern hemisphere has colder temperatures and shorter days because it is tilted away from the sun. This would be the southern hemisphere's winter. When the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, people experience winter in Texas. The temperatures are lower and the days are shorter because Texas is receiving less solar energy. However, the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, causing higher temperatures and longer days. This would be the southern hemisphere's summer. For any queries, send email to rhkstore@gmail.com or write in comment section. Please subscribe, give a thumbs up, do share, and do not forget to press the bell icon. Thank you for watching the tutorial. Stay home and stay safe.